Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I am GrandMcLegend and today we are going to be having a look at, well, 5 tanks that you should not play if you want to get some average damage. These are all tier 10 obviously, and some of them are actually really surprising, and I'm actually really surprised by a couple of these because they're actually really good at doing damage. But yeah, today we're going to talk about the top 5 tanks with the lowest average damage. You should not play them if you want to increase your average damage in Blitz. So the first on the list is in fact the 121B. Now I'm very surprised that this tank has the 5th lowest average damage in tier 10, sitting at 1770 paired with the Sheridan. But this is lower because I don't actually know why, but yeah, this is the same as the Sheridan, but the 121B is just, well, it's much easier to deal damage in altogether, if I'm honest. Now, this tank has a 350 alpha gun. It has adapted concealment, super speed boost. It has actually really nice DPM for what it is, so that's always nice. It has about the same DPM as an M48 pattern, which is actually really nice. So let's just see what we can do in this tank, shall we? So I'm actually going to sit in the middle here, where I can get some spots into the enemy over on this side. There shouldn't be anyone coming up behind me because, well, yeah, they won't, because they'll just get attacked. So I'm just going to sit here, get a shell into the Progetto, and now he has lost a bit of health. So of course there are a lot more people over here than I anticipated, so I'm going to hurry up and get the hell out of here because I don't want to be destroyed. So we do get a couple bounces, which is really nice as always, and we do get a miss from the 215B. Is that? I'm gonna get killed, ain't I? No. Well, yeah, I just lost all my health. It's not surprising. I made a really bad play there, but we did manage to get out of there with 3 hit points. So yeah, it's better than nothing. But we could still, well, we're still in the game. So let's see what we can do, even though we have, like, no health whatsoever. So we do have the 183 here. He is what, no, 183. E4, sorry. Minnow does get destroyed, and so does the Sheridan. But they have also lost their E4s. So we might be able to do something here, but we'll have to see what. I don't know. I actually don't know what to do here. We do have the 215B. We don't get spotted, which is interesting. But we're just going to get some shots in. Okay, that missed somehow. But we're going to try and continue getting some shots in. Just shoot the TVP. Nice. And then we are now up to, I don't know how much damage. But yeah, we do get a shell into the Progetto there. We are going to get back into cover because I don't want to be killed. And, well, their 50B is now, well, he is there. So I'm going to stay sat here. We're not in danger at the moment anyway. And our 268 is going to hopefully go and kill that 215B, but he just doesn't for some reason. He's a one-shot, bro. Come on. But yeah, I am actually going to get a shell, or try to get a shell, into the TVP. We do fail, and there is a freaking 183. Of course there is. But yeah, that is not the best portrayal. We did get absolutely destroyed at the start. But the 121B is really interesting to see, having the 5th lowest average damage in the game paired with the Sheridan. But yeah, moving on, we do have a British tank destroyer, the 183. Now, this is not surprising at all. All the bad players in this game played the 183, and it's just not surprising on any level whatsoever. So we're going to go into a game. This has a 950 alpha gun. Well, it is the highest damage in the game, and somehow people just don't deal damage even though you have that huge alpha. People get this for the Hesh for 1230 damage or something like that. That's why people play it. But when they use the Hesh, they just miss because they have no idea how to use the Hesh. So when you know how to use the Hesh, you will do wonders in this tank if you're lucky. This tank is extremely team dependent. And you just gotta hope that you have a bad team against you most of the time, because this tank can easily be ripped apart, but you can rip into the enemy as well. So it's a two-way street. It's either you have all the fun or you have no fun at all, basically, which is pretty annoying, but it is fun when you have the fun, if that makes sense. So what we are going to do is we're going to go to the left side. If we go right, we would like pretty much have no chance against the mediums, because, well, they have turrets and we won't be able to pen them because we don't have Pramo. But yeah, we do have the VK. It looks like he's going to try and come down here. I'm going to aim in on this position, hoping that the VK decides to come down as a bad play, which it doesn't look like that's going to happen. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move up, and I would try and get a shell into that one shot there, and it does actually look like this guy's come down here. So we are going to actually surprisingly bounce the E4. Didn't expect to bounce that, to be honest. But he might have just hit the gun or something, which wouldn't surprise me. And we are just going to back up, and we do have the Caro, who is a one-shot poking, which is not smart if you ask me. But you can see that we've already got one shot out, and we've already, well, two shots now, and this guy miraculously misses, and I need help against this VK. So I'm going to back up, and I'm going to call for help, hoping that someone will be able to take care of this one-shot VK. And it looks like he is going to push me anyway. So what I'm going to do this, and we do manage to get the kill. We did lose another, 600 hit points, but it's not the end of the world. We are still alive at 600 hit points. So we might be able to get a shot into the E100 here. I'm hoping the Hori moves, because I want to get some shots in, but we can't even get a shell in anyway. So I'm going to go back, get a really troll bounce into the side of his tank there, which is a bit annoying, I'll admit, but we might still be able to win this, if you ask me. So I'm going to still wait here. The Caro's a one-shot, the E4's a one-shot. We do have a full hit point E100 against us, but we still might be able to work or do our job. So I'm going to get another troll shot into that E100. I don't know how these shells are missing, to be honest, but yeah. He is coming down here now, which isn't surprising. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sit here, and I'm going to try and pre-aim this spot, and we finally get the shot off. So that's 1048 damage into this guy, and, well, he is now on 1.4k health. So I'm going to count on this E5 here, hoping that he'll be able to take, well, yeah, I say that, but we do manage to do 3,000 damage, I believe, wasn't it? I don't even know. But yeah, it's apparent that we've lost this. So we're going to move on, and this tank is probably the most surprising of the lot. It's the Badger. Now, I was really surprised with this, sitting at 1,720 hit points. I don't think I said the 183, it is 1750, but yeah, the Badger, 1,720 hit points of damage per battle. That is pretty stupid, being that the Badger has one of the most, well, highest DPMs in the entire game, which was really odd. So, well, I'm going to try and portray this 4,000 DPM and see if we can get, well, a nice 4,000 damage into this lot. So, of course, this tank has a 460 alpha gun. It has really nice penetration, really nice frontal armor as well, and it also has gun depression. You always want gun depression in a tank like this. So of course they do have a camping 4005, because, well, you know, it's What Blitz, who wouldn't camp? And, well, there is also someone sitting at the back over there. So I'm going to get a shot into what I believe it had 400 alpha, so I'm going to assume it was either the Progetto or the Waffle. No, because that's 460, so I'm not actually sure. But this tank does also kind of have Hesh as well. 120 damage, 120 pen on the Hesh on this tank. And, well, this guy is just sitting here, so we can get some shots into this guy. 423 alpha. And, well, we are actually doing pretty well. One shot damage, better than nothing. And, well, this guy just thinks he is him, and he does miss his shell. So we're going to push up. We're going to try and load in on the hatch. 453 damage. Sheridan has shot. No, it's not the Sheridan. It is the Waffle. So the Waffle is on the hill. So I'm hoping that someone could deal with that bloody Progetto at the back, because I'm screwed else. So maybe I might be able to deal with him. No, he's going behind the hills, so he is no problem to us right now. But I am scared of that Sheridan, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up this mountain, well, this hill here, to get out a line of fire of the Sheridan, but also have some shots into the 4005 and the E4. So I believe it is still the Progetto that's camping. Get a troll shot into that, what should we call it? That E5 there. But we do get 2 shots from the 4005, but we are going to try and get a shot in return for 426 damage. So it is the Progetto that is camping for some reason. I don't know why. But we're just going to push up 392 alpha into the E5 there. And he is now a one-shot. So we do have the 4005 pushing up. Go switch to the HE, 572 damage. Now, this is why I'm wondering how the hell you lot do not do damage in this tank. Because it's really nice, honestly. So we're going to get another shot into him, 632 damage, and we're at 3.4k damage dealt. So I'm going to quickly turn around, because this E50M is proving to be a nuisance. He does get killed. I do miss this tank's traverse speed. It used to have a really much quicker traverse speed, this tank did. And now it doesn't. Like, I'm really surprised it doesn't, because, well, to be fair, it was really, really good when it did. So I'm going to pre-aim that spot, blind shoot, and hoping that that hit the Progetto. So, moving forward, we are going to see if we can see this 4005 here. He does not get spotted, so I'm just going to look in on this area, blind shoot. We do miss, not surprising to be fair, and well, I don't actually know what to do here. I could get ripped from either of these tanks, the Progetto if he high rolls, and the 4005 because he has 1600 clip potential. So I'm blind shooting that 4005, but he is, well, he's not spotting me, so I don't think he's there anymore. So I'm just going to sit here, but the Progetto has moved, so that can only mean that the 4005 is alone. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to push forward and hope that he is still there, which he is, because he's spotted me now, which isn't surprising. But we are just going to sit here, try and get a shot into this guy, and we do miss the shot. I saw dust or snow go into the air, so he is obviously here, but I don't know where. So he is spotted. Of course, that's the time when we get a troll shot, so we're going to try again, but he does get killed. So the Progetto, 1,300 hit points left on this guy. Will we be able to get more damage? I do not know, but I'm pretty sure that we've got some blind shots into that, what should we call it? Now that's a really annoying shot, to be fair. Might be able to get a really stupid shot here. No, we get a track crit though, or broken track. Might be able to get some assistant damage. Shoot him again, 465 damage. And yeah, this guy's just obliterated. So I'm hoping that he does not get killed by the fire. Of course, troll shot, hits the track, but we do win the game. So yeah, decent tank the Badger is. How do you lot not do damage in this vehicle? 50.9% win rate as well. But, oh no, 49.7, sorry. 50.9 is the next tank. But yes, 3,866 damage. And did we get any blind shots into the 4005? No, we didn't. Which is actually surprising, because he is a humongous tank. But yeah, moving on, it is a Soviet tank destroyer, the version 4. Now, this isn't surprising. This tank's gun is extremely troll, but you have a lot of armor, so I'm not sure how you lot are not doing damage in this vehicle, but it is really troll. It has APCR standard, the dispersion is trash, it has probably one of the worst DPMs for a tank destroyer. But yeah, I can kind of understand why you don't do damage in this tank. But it's still decent nonetheless. People have gotten to learn how to deal with this vehicle. You just put on Pramo and pretty much you can pen the lower plate. It does struggle penning the heavies though. Not the heavies. The mediums do struggle to pen this though, which really isn't surprising because, well, yeah, it's really high armor. It's a really strong armor profile. So we're going to get 634 alpha into the Progetto there. And, well, the tactic to doing well in this tank is to always look towards your enemy because, well, your sides are really, really weak. So I'm just going to try and get a shot into this guy, but we are not able to. So I'm going to put on the reactive armor. Yeah, this tank has reactive armor, guys. So this guy might be able to pen me, which wouldn't be surprising. But yeah, he does bounce. And I'm going to try and get some more damage. But, of course, that is not going to happen. Progetto should get killed by the BZ. Yep, nice. And now we are just going to push this lot, hoping that the 50B will not get back in time and get a kill onto the 50B. So it's just a Jag Panzer alone. And, well, it's pretty much game over for these guys. So we're just going to whip on the HE, get a nice splash damage and kill the Jaegeru. And now it is a 5 versus 4. Now, this is probably the best RNG I've ever had in this tank, I'll be perfectly honest. But yeah, it's not the best, to be fair. 723 damage into the Kranwagen. Gonna back up because we are on half hit points. And you can just see this tank is actually performing really well. I don't know how you lot don't do damage in this tank, because it can do damage really well. So 703 alpha into the Kranwagen. And, well, I should mention this tank as a 650 alpha gun. Really nice armor as well, which I'm not going to complain about. Now, there is a troll shot. I didn't aim it, though, to be fair, so I'm not surprised. But, yeah, this tank can really do well. Its accuracy is pretty bad, I'll admit, but the armor makes up for it. So I'm going to wait for one of these players to make a bad play, which doesn't look like is going to happen anytime soon. So the Kranwagen does get killed, gives me the opportunity to push forward, and the E50M does get a shot into me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go for this E50M, get another annoying shot into this guy. He does pen my hatch, which, to be fair, isn't surprising. But we are just going to, well, yeah, okay. But yeah, he does bounce, which is alright, I guess. He is going to try and kill me, though, which isn't surprising. But he won't. So we're going to get the kill shot with a splash damage. And, of course, the concept is just killing everyone. So we're just going to push up and we're going to try and get a nice splash damage into this guy. God knows where that shot went. Must have went into the dead tank. But yeah, nice tank nonetheless. 3 kills and I believe that was 4k damage. So I don't know how you lot are not doing damage in this tank. It's kind of understandable. It is a its accuracy is appalling, I'll admit. Like 0.346 with refined gun is just really bad. And, well, the DPM isn't the best either. It's like 2,000 and something. Yeah, 2,779. So, yeah, it's not the best. But, yeah, the final tank on this list is the T62A. Now, this, honestly, is not surprising because its DPM got nerfed, but it does still have over 3,000 DPM. 1,660 average damage. Version 4 was 1,700. But yeah, down 40 damage to a tank destroyer for a medium tank that is known for DPM. Now, that is a bit surprising if you ask me, but this tank is actually really fun when you know how to play it correctly. Now, my guess is that people see, oh my god, this tank has really nice turret armor and a really troll upper plate, and just YOLO into the enemy, which wouldn't be surprising, but that is just not how you play this tank. You have to be careful because, well, 1, the ammo rack is really weak, 2, you get troll shots like that, and 3, well, you don't have an armor of a mouse. So yeah, that is 3 things to keep in mind. But yeah, this tank does have a 330 alpha gun, decent pen for a medium, which is about 330 with heat. Depends if you want to run it with rammer though, which is completely up to you, obviously. So I am not spotting this Caro for some reason. I have no idea where he is. But yeah, we are going to try and push up and deal with this light tank here, which looks like he's moved again. But we're going to look in on here anyway. The IS-7 is making his way into that bush there, which isn't surprising. Get a shot into the 132, and well, yeah, he missed his shell. So we're just going to poke this, see if we can spot the Caro, but he is not there. So, well, the 132 is not going to poke that again because he is against a T62. So the E100 is now pushing round. I see this as an opportunity to try and help out my fellow heavy tanks. So I'm going to get the hell out of here. There's not much I can do in this scenario except try and farm this lot. And, well, we are just going to try and take care of this Kranwagen. So 354 damage. We're going to get another shot into him. Hopefully he bounces. Yes, he does. 337. We should be able to get one more shot in, no problem. And, yeah, it's easy as that. So we do have the Caro here now. He is obviously just going to, well, try and come round to meet me. But I'm not going to bother. He is a auto reloader, so he could be very dangerous. What I'm going to do instead is, well, stay here, to be fair. We are in a good position for this tank, and, well, we are going to see what we can do. The IS-7 is looking over there, so he is no problem to me. So I'm going to use this opportunity to take care of this light tank. So the E50M is going to get a shot into this 1321. We're going to get the kill shot. And, well, yeah, that leaves us on 2 kills with how much damage? 1,744. So no matter what we've done, we have already done the amount of average damage that the average player gets in this vehicle, which really wasn't that hard, to be fair. So we are just going to get 413 into the IS-7. And we're going to get another shot, hopefully. No, we're not. So I'm just going to go for the STB at this point. 3 damage. No one is after this guy. So I'm going to take this opportunity to absolutely bully this guy. So, yeah, let's have fun bullying an STB1, guys. Get another shot into this guy. And then we're going to get another shot into him. Get behind him. Nice 423. We do manage to get the track for some reason. Get another shot. He does actually turn just in time. But yeah, whatever. So we're going to get another shot into him. 303 damage. Hopefully he lets me get the kill. But no. 3,566 damage. 2 kills. Good game. Good game for that tank. Because its DPM was nerfed. But it is surprising to see. Well, the T62, the Badger, and the 121B being the lowest DPM, well, not DPM, average damage tanks in the game. But yeah, let me know what you think of today's video. Were you surprised by any of these vehicles? I definitely was, especially the Badger. But yeah, do let me know what you think of what you think. Were you surprised by any of them? Let me know down in the comments down below. And well, that is basically it from me. So make sure you like and subscribe as it really helps me out. And well, that is it. So thank you all for watching and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye bye.